Hello and welcome to another video of Dominion mod, and as I promised, I'm gonna make more videos more frequently. And well, more frequently sometimes means it's not as frequent as you might want to, but again, that depends on what I'm doing and if there is anything visual I can actually show you that's being done. Okay, so today I want to show you a tool I made for server admins, future server admins, and then the developers, community developers, and anyone who will want to contribute to the mod. It's a post-processing effect viewer, like a tool, And there's another one I'm working on at the moment, so if you're curious how stuff like this is being created, dialogues and then maybe the scripts behind, you're more than welcome to join me on the Twitch. It's twitch.tv/Ramage. Okay, so anyway, today I want to show you this guy here. So as you might have noticed, ppEffects changed, so everything just suddenly became brighter. And that's because this post-processing effects viewer, it deletes all the post-processing effects that are currently applied to the game, so it's a clean workspace, and then from there on you can start creating your own effects. So it actually includes every single possible effect there. So we have color correction, chromatic aberration, film grain, radial blur, depth distortion, dynamic blur, and color immersion. I'm aware there are another two tools on the Amaholic now out there, but I wanted something of my own in our own mod, and they were kinda a little bit more like, how do you put it, ghetto. So I wanted something more advanced, if you know what I mean, and then some proper stuff. This whether or not this will be standalone, I don't know. I'm not sure, but this tool will be openly available for everybody as soon as the mod is being released. So there's that. Okay, so let's just go with the color correction first. As usual, it starts with default values. I've made it so it automatically starts with what the armor is, not just everything zeros, but the sliders are positioned properly, as in what the armor's default values would be, so you can start from there. And the values, every time you open and close the dialog on the go, the values are remembered, and when you close the game, obviously the values will be gone. But then we have loading and importing and exporting feature here as well that saves to the profile namespace, and the ability to delete from the profile namespace as well to keep it clean. So color correction, we have brightness as usual, good stuff. A contrast, the offset. The offset would be awesome for like for the flashbang or something of some sort. Blend. Blend's an interesting one. Blend basically blends the two colorized values together, and the first colorize is I believe this one is for shadows, and the other one is for highlights. So the brighter, so like for example, let's add the red channel to a, oh, I think I need to, there we go. That was a little bit, the alpha was a little bit too high there. Let's see. So we're adding a red channel. I'd suppose this is for the darker values. So this would be tint everything red completely. So and then you can completely blend the two darks and blacks together. So it's channel based. So RGB alpha, etc., etc. So, and obviously with the tint effect you can achieve so many awesome effects. It's a lot of cool stuff. Then you can enforce more greens or blacks, sorry, greens or blues or reds onto a specific channel. For example, you can blend the 3 different channels into the lights or darks, and that kind of stuff. So and then there is let's just randomize it. So I made a random button. It just does some random values, you know. For color correction, it's we might get something interesting out of it, but there you go. So we have a like some kind of night effect, kind of interesting night effect, I suppose. Yeah. Darkish. Then we have a Vignette effect. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. And once that's enabled, let's see the size. We need to increase the size a bit. Alpha to the 4, and then let's increase the strength. So decrease the size a bit, I guess. So now the Vignette effect is something that was used to create a night vision, for example. So you get the idea, yeah. And what it does also, it actually also works as a mask. So the color correction is only applied to outer borders, outer bounds. So you can see if I increase the size here, there you go. So the center of the screen is not does not have the colors applied anymore. So there's that. Also, of course, we can also randomize. If I disable Vignette effect, I can randomize the mask itself. So the Vignette effect will not be randomized as long as I don't have it selected. So if I press select, it will also get random values. So let's find something interesting. No. You get the idea. Oh, let's set this one. It's like a mod effect. So we're gonna save it out as a mod effect. Alright, so we have a mod effect saved. We can disable the current one. Basically, what it does, it doesn't remove it. You know, so the sliders are still there, but it doesn't remove it. You know, if I move a slider a little bit, the effect will come back again. So it just disables the effect, it doesn't remove it. And resetting does not remove the effect, well, in the background from the, you know, code wise, but it still resets the position of sliders to the defaults. So there's that. And you can just load the mod effect again. Okay, so that one stays on saved forever in your profile. As long as you have your profile, you can have those effects saved onto your hard drive forever. Okay, so the next one is Chromatic Aberration. This is a pretty cool stuff. I'm just gonna go with the randoms, okay? So it shifts the RGB channels of the whole image to make some kind of like a drug effect, I don't know, something. And then you can apply it to values depending on the aspect ratio as well. So there you go. So kind of like that, you know, like a TV effect, like a bad TV effect or something. Keep in mind that these values can be animated, so you can have, you know, a quick effect, a small effect like this. That kind of, you know, like when you've inflicted a pain or something, you know, like this, kind of shifts like that, kind of stuff. You get the idea. Film grain is another interesting one. So you get the idea. It just generally makes noise on the screen. Then we have the intensities. Let's go with the full intensity. Sharpness has to have a value of some sort. Let's increase the grain. No, decrease the grain size and intensity. A little less intensity. So now we have some kind of like a little bit more like a radiation effect, which is pretty cool. Yeah. And of course monochromic and the color, it just, you know, takes the effect and makes it black and white instead of being colored. Okay, so the next one we have radial blur, which is this one's my favorite. You can make some cool robotic effects like this, you know, kind of like a freaking Android or something. And of course, if you decrease these values, you can have let's say let's increase the center a bit, center Y, something like this. Yeah, this one doesn't work, I don't know why. Maybe because it's a handle. And let's reduce the relative X. This is a cool effect as well, kind of like a predator effect. If you also add the color inversion, it kind of gives a predator effect. And let's see, there you go. So now we have the radial blur that, you know, that could be used for vehicles, like when you drive really fast, it kind of blurs the vision out a bit. Yeah, kind of like that. Okay, so you get the idea. Let's go with the wet distortion. This is an interesting one. It's very, very sensitive. It takes negative values as well, which is pretty cool. And let's go with the random for now. So, well, the wet distortion, what it is if you take a glass pane and you start pouring water on it, you're gonna have these the light passing through it broken into mosaic or pieces. So kind of simulates that effect. Obviously, this is still a simulation though, but nevertheless, some pretty cool, interesting effects can be achieved with this. So I'm just gonna randomize the values. There we go. So that's something more subtle. And let's see. So the blurriness, I'm not sure if you can see that. Let's add more. Oh, there you go. So now this strength is added to the top part of the screen. And if you're using blurriness and then this strength on top without the bottom, don't apply to the bottom, then you can achieve something, some cool effect like a heat, you know, in the summertime, you know, like the heat coming off of the asphalt, you know, concrete. So let's increase the wave speed a bit to the negative values, just small values really. Oh no, that's too far. Yeah, let's probably keep the amplitudes untouched for now. Let's see. That's a little bit too harsh, isn't it? I should probably do math that allows to do the more subtle values, like more precise values or something. Yeah. So now it's it's kind of like a drunk effect, I suppose. It's not animated as hard. So now we can increase the strength in the bottom. We're not. We're gonna default that. Decrease the strength a bit. Now, yeah, well, you get the idea. Just increase the animation, then it allows you to have the heat effect, I suppose. Well, that's why you can also save them out, you know. Then we have a dynamic blur, which is just a single slider of dynamic blur. Some people say it's kind of useless. I like it. It's pretty cool stuff to use for the pain effects, you know. Like when you're in pain and your vision is blurred. That's pretty cool. Let's see. That's a console as well. It's pretty cool. We made our own in-game console. So instead of watching the RPT, you know, being refreshed every freaking 3 seconds or so, you can see changes instantly in a game, and it also tells which function does it. Anyway, so and then the color inversion is my another favorite one. So you can invert the red channels, the green channel, you can kind of create some kind of nice night vision effects, you know. Let's go with random values there. This is pretty cool stuff. I like it. Oh, that's an interesting one. And then let's save it out, and let's load the mod effect on top of this. So yeah, you can stack the effects as long as it's not the same, of course. You can do that later on if yourself, of course. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Like a inverted mod effect with I don't know, like a dream or something, right? So, and let's reset it, and of course now we have the two effects saved. Let me just save, let's say, film grain, like a randomized film grain. Like subtle film grain or something. A subtle radial blur. And there we go. So now if I reset it, let's say we had the mod effect, you can see also it also automatically loads the correct tool. Color inversion. We had the subtle film grain and subtle radial blur. Let's see. So this is pretty cool, right? This is pretty damn cool. It's like a predator effect or something. Obviously the color inversion needs to be changed. Let's see. Ooh, now that's more like it. That's more like it. Yep. Back a bit. I think the red effect is nice. Yeah. So that's kind of like a predator vision. Yarr. Wait, that's pirate. Okay, and of course, because these are saved in a profile namespace, that means they are sitting in your profile. Sometimes you don't want to. And before I go showing you how to delete the profile namespace, of course, let me just load these again quickly. Now we have ability to output to RPT, which is here. Takes fucking forever to update. Okay, let me just click it then. There you go. So let me just delete that. So we have a color collections output, Chromatic Aberration, film grain, everything, all the values output. And to delete them, let's say the film grain, delete this film grain. That's it. Let's see, it's gone. It's deleted also from the namespace, and say deleted effect, subtle film grain, and the value. Just in case if you deleted the wrong the wrong effect, and it's like fuck, because it also automatically deletes from the profile. You can still find it in the console, just in case, you know, just copy, write down the effect, and then you can kinda get it back again, I suppose. So let's delete them all. That's it. That's it. That's done. Okay, so alright, so and before I end this, I want to show you something else. The next video will be about the atmosphere. It's a name I came up with. Well, I didn't really come up with it. There is a mod for Stalker game called Atmosphere with a PH, and I think the name was awesome. It kind of stuck with me, so I was like, fuck it, I'm using that. So like Atmosphere, as in you'll be able to change the lightnings, overcast, rainbow, all that good stuff. This is incomplete list because I'm not sure about the full list that is actually out there. So I will be streaming on the Twitch how I'm actually making updating this dialog and how I'm making the scripts from the ground up, so from the zero. Just like with the effects viewer, we have a lot of scripts here. The same way I'm gonna be doing a scripting for this dialog. Well, it's gonna be a lot easier though, but still. Okay, let me know what you think, and as always, thanks for watching, guys. See you around. Bye bye.